It was pretty much like every call, except a little different. This was a police officer coming in.
You can feel that heightened sense of urgency when it's a police officer.
Especially for us here, since we work so closely with law enforcement in this, trauma center.
We really bring the same effort to every patient, every time. Thankfully, the officers are infrequently the victims of gunshot wounds, but it happens.
So the minute that we put this uniform on, anything could happen. But on that particular day, we attempted to serve the search warrant, and I got shot.
Shots were fired at our officers. Officer Lino Diaz was struck 2 times.
Call came in that there was a SWAT team member that was shot multiple times. We do what we do best. We get ready.
As soon as the air rescue landed, they had a team of doctors already waiting for me. I guess that's standard procedure.
All the team members that are part of the trauma team, everywhere from trauma surgeons, trauma nurses, respiratory, our trauma techs, in the trauma bay, ready to go.
2 gunshot wounds. I had one in the arm and one in the leg.
So once the trauma team ruled out that he had no additional gunshot wounds to the belly and to the chest, we were able to kind of go on and treat his pain and make sure we stabilize his left arm, because it was a pretty significant fracture.
And I remember I was moving my arm and I kept hearing clicks inside. And I'm like, what is that? I keep feeling clicks inside. And they go, well, it's because your bone's broken. And I go, oh, great. Probably the biggest thing for me was, is my injury gonna restrict me from doing what I love to do? And that was my biggest hurdle. And I guess that's what really motivated me and propelled me to recover as quick as I did. Yeah, I knew if anybody was gonna patch me up, it was gonna be Ryder Trauma.
It's not a written rule, but it's kind of the thinking amongst law enforcement in South Florida is if they get hurt, they want to come to Ryder, they want to come to Jackson.
That's where really law enforcement wants to go whenever they suffer a traumatic injury.
This is one of the elite trauma centers in this country, and we have it right here in our backyard in Miami-Dade County.
Ryder Trauma has been a trauma center for many, many, many years, and us in law enforcement, obviously, we've been there on cases, traumatic cases, and we see miracles happen.
When those officers accompany patients here, they see what we do. They get to see the level of preparedness that we have and how we really bring to bear an amazing wealth of resources to save a life immediately. And that's what we're best at. We can do everything right now.
Obviously, we treat everybody the same. We try to save everybody's lives. I think when it comes to law enforcement and public servants and firefighters and first responders, it's a different level. It's a very deep connection between the trauma nurses here, the emergency room nurses, the trauma ICU nurses. We are public servants, and officers are public servants as well.
Well, I mean, those are the people that go out and put their lives at risk for us every day. So what we do is make sure that we do everything we can to help them. We try to be their backup, their safety when things don't go perfectly right in what they're doing. And we get to do that for everybody every day. But to be honest, I mean, there's a little special feeling when it's a police officer.